Hello everyone. I, Professor Nilesh Kharate, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, KBT College of Engineering, Nashik. I welcome you all for this video on the topic computer graphics. In the last two videos, we have covered introduction part of computer graphics, CAD, CAM, and then various transformations like translation, rotation, scaling, reflection, and mirror transformation. Today in this video, we are going to cover the following topics: homogeneous coordinate system, that is significance of homogeneous coordinate system, then inverse transformation, and concatenated, or it is also called as composite transformation. Now first point is homogeneous coordinate system. That is what is the significance of homogeneous coordinate system in geometric transformation. As we have already learned, various transformations like translation, rotation, scaling, reflection, and shear transformation. Out of these five two-dimensional geometric transformation, only translation transformation is the matrix addition, that is vector addition, where all others are in the form of matrix multiplication. Then what is the need of homogeneous coordinate system in geometric transformation? The first reason is for quick and efficient calculation, it is always desirable to express all the transformation in the form of multiplication. Also, in certain engineering applications, we require multiple operations, which sometimes includes translation, which can be represented by multiplication. What is multiple operation? Multiple operations means more than one geometric transformation can be done at a time. For example, multiple operation includes translation, rotation, and reflection. More than one transformation. First transformation is translation, second rotation, and third reflection. Then mathematically we can't calculate this matrix product, because as we know, translation transformation is vector addition and rotation and reflection are vector multiplication. Therefore, to perform multiple operation, it is convenient to represent the transformation in the form of homogeneous coordinate. For example, generally point P is represented as coordinate x comma y, but in homogeneous coordinate system it is expressed as P with coordinate x comma y comma h, where h is any non-zero number and convenient value for h is always 1. Therefore, in homogeneous coordinate system, point P is expressed as point P with coordinate x comma y comma 1. It means that 2 by 2 matrix is modified into 3 by 3 matrix. Some of the important transformation in homogeneous coordinate systems are translation. Matrix x dash y dash 1 is equal to initial matrix x comma y comma 1 matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0 tx ty 1. Just you have to convert the 2 by 2 matrix into 3 by 3 matrix. Next is rotation. The matrix is x dash y dash 1, that is new position, is equal to initial position x comma y comma 1 into matrix cos theta sin theta minus sin theta cos theta. This is our regular rotation matrix. Just convert it into 3 by 3 matrix. Therefore, add third row and third column. Similarly, scaling x dash y dash 1, which is equal to x y 1 sx 0 0 0 sy 0 0 0 1. Then next is a reflection, or it is also called as mirror transformation. x dash y dash 1 is equal to xy1 a c b b d 0 0 0 1, where a b c d is a reflection matrix, that is reflection about x-axis, y-axis, about origin, about y is equal to x, about line y is equal to minus x. And last one is shear. Now for y shear, the matrix is x dash y dash 1 is equal to original matrix, that is x comma y comma 1 into 1 b 0 0 1 b 0 0 1, where b is y shear factor. Similarly for x shear, x dash y dash 1 is equal to x y 1 1 0 0 a 1 0 0 0 1, where a is x shear factor. Now next point is inverse transformation. As we know that every transformation modifies each point of the entity or the object. For example, point P is given with coordinate x comma y. After certain transformation, it is converted into P with coordinate x dash y dash. However, in many cases, it is required to undo the effect of this transformation. It means that point P with coordinate x dash y dash is to be reconverted to the original position, and original position is point P with coordinate xy. This is called as inverse transformation, and it is achieved with the help of inverse transformation. Simply, inverse transformation is used to undo the effect of transformation. See here, example, point P is given with coordinate x comma y. After certain transformation, that is capital T, it is converted into P dash with coordinate x dash y dash. Now here we want to undo the effect of this transformation. For that purpose we use inverse transformation, and it is denoted by T inverse. After performing inverse transformation, the point P dash with coordinate x dash y dash is to be reconverted to its initial position or original position, that is point P with coordinate x comma y. Now the inverse transformation matrix for some of the two-dimensional geometric transformation are as follows. Now inverse transformation matrix for translation, that is inverse translation. The inverse translation matrix is obtained by replacing the translation factor Tx and Ty with minus Tx and Ty respectively. Just replace the Tx and Ty by minus Tx and minus Ty respectively, you will get inverse translation matrix. It is denoted by T inverse, which is equal to 1 0 0 0 1 0. Tx is replaced by minus Tx and Ty is replaced by minus Ty 1. Similarly, inverse rotation. Inverse rotation, it is obtained by just replacing the rotation parameter, rotation angle, that is theta, with minus theta. We are having our rotation matrix as cos theta is replaced by minus theta. Therefore, minus theta, sin minus theta, 0, minus sin minus theta, cos minus theta, 0, 0, 0, 1. It becomes cos theta minus sin theta, 0, sin theta, cos theta, 0, 0, 0, 1. Similarly, inverse scaling. It is obtained by replacing the value of Sx and Sy with 1 upon Sx and 1 upon Sy respectively. Just put 1 upon Sx and 1 upon Sy. You will get S inverse, that is inverse scaling matrix, is equal to 1 upon Sx, 0, 0, 0, 1 upon Sy, 0, 0, 0, 1. Similarly, inverse reflection. Inverse reflection matrix is same as that of reflection matrix. There is no any change in inverse reflection matrix, and it is inverse reflection matrix about axis x, which is equal to reflection matrix about x-axis. Similarly, inverse reflection matrix about y-axis is equal to reflection matrix about y-axis. Similarly, for reflection matrix about origin, reflection matrix about line y is equal to x, reflection matrix about line y is equal to minus x. This is all about the inverse transformation. Now the next point is concatenated, or it is also called as composite transformation. Concatenated or composite transformation is nothing but more than one transformation can be done at a time by calculating matrix product for all individual transformation with homogeneous coordinate. Let us see some typical cases of concatenated or composite transformation. First case is rotation about any axis. Previously, we have seen rotation of any object or image about the origin. Figure number A show the rotation of triangle about the origin. Plus sign indicate point of rotation. Here, rotation about origin is achieved directly as shown in figure number A. If we want to rotate any image or object about the origin, then we can directly rotate the given object or image about the origin. The result is shown in figure A. Now see figure number B. Rotation about any given point. Plus sign is the point of rotation. Now we can't directly rotate the given triangle about the given arbitrarily given point. Therefore, to rotate any image or object about any given point, arbitrarily given point, we need to follow certain sequence of operation. Remember, only rotation about the origin is achieved directly. Other than origin, we can't rotate any object or image about any arbitrarily given point. For that purpose, you have to follow certain sequence of geometric operations, geometric transformation operations. These operations are, see here, this indicate the rotation about any arbitrarily given point. It is achieved by the following sequence of operation. Figure number A shows original position. Triangle ABC is given. Plus sign indicates the point of rotation about which the given triangle is to be rotated. Now it is any arbitrarily given point. So it is not possible to directly rotate the given triangle about the point of rotation. Here we have to follow certain sequence of operation. First step or operation is translate the object such that rotation point coincide with the origin. Therefore, first you have to apply the translation transformation, which is shown in figure number B. Dotted triangle shows original position. Now it is translated to the origin such that rotation point should coincide with the origin. Therefore, first operation is translation. Then second one is rotate the object about the origin. Figure number C shows rotation of the given triangle ABC about the origin. Therefore, second operation is rotation. Now here our aim is to rotate the object only. Here we perform one additional operation, that is translation. Therefore, here we need to undo the effect of translation transformation. Therefore, third step is translation back to original position or point, which is shown in figure number D. That is inverse translation. Therefore, number of operations, that is multiple operations, are to be performed on the given triangle to rotate about the any arbitrarily given point are: first translate the object, that is T, then rotate the object about the origin, that is R, and again translate it back to its original position, that is T inverse. The matrix calculation for this composite transformation will be the new position of triangle ABC is A dash B dash C dash, which is equal to original position ABC into first transformation is translation, therefore capital T, into second rotation, therefore capital R, and third T inverse. Now Ct is equal to T into R into T inverse, where Ct is concatenated or composite transformation matrix. Now it is very important in the multiple operation to write the geometric transformation in the same sequence as they are performed. Here first translation is performed, therefore we write capital T. Then rotation, therefore we write capital R, and then inverse translation, capital T inverse. And matrix calculation are always start from right to left. This is very important, as we know that there are general rules for matrix calculation. Matrix multiplication is not commutative. That is, matrix A into B is not equal to B into matrix B into A. This is very important step. You have to write the sequence of geometric transformation matrix same as the geometric transformation are performed. Here first we perform translation, therefore capital T, then rotation, therefore capital R, and last inverse translation, therefore T inverse. When we write the sequence of geometric transformation in this way, then you have to start the matrix multiplication from right to left. Now next is scaling about any point. Now here we can't scale the object directly. Figure number A shows original shape. Figure number B, that is translation to origin. Translate the object, here triangle is given, such that scaling point should coincide with the origin. Therefore translate the object such that scaling point should coincide with the origin, figure number B. Figure number C, then perform the scaling operation about the origin, figure number C. And last, here we perform one additional operation, that is translation. Therefore figure number D shows inverse translation. Therefore number of operations are first translation, then scaling, and third inverse translation. This is the sequence of operation which are to be performed on any object while scaling it about any arbitrarily given point. Therefore CT, that is composite transformation or concatenated transformation matrix, will be P dash, for point P dash is equal to original matrix P into T into S into T inverse, where T is the translation, S is the scaling matrix, and T inverse is the inverse translation matrix. Similarly, reflection. In the previous video, we considered the reflection transformation about certain well-defined axis. It is directly achieved. That is reflection about x-axis, reflection about y-axis, reflection about origin, reflection about y is equal to x, and reflection about line y is equal to minus x, because all these axes or lines are well defined. Therefore we can reflect the object directly about these well defined lines. But however, in most engineering applications, reflection is done about any given line. Then we can't reflect the given object directly about any arbitrarily given line. Again, for to achieve the transformation, we have to follow certain sequence of operation. First, translate the line and object such that line passes through the origin. Now figure number A shows original shape of the object. Rectangle is given. Now it is to be reflected. The first step is translate the line and object such that the line passes through the origin, which is shown in figure number B. That is, first transformation is translation. The result is shown in figure number B. Now Figure number C shows a rotation, and step is rotate the line and object about the origin such that line coincide with any one axis of the coordinate system. That is rotation. Rotate the object is rectangle, and the line such that line should coincide with any one of the coordinate system. Now it is coincide with the x-axis. Therefore second transformation is rotation. Third is reflection. Now reflect the object about the coinciding axis. Here the coinciding axis is x. Therefore reflection occurs about the x-axis. Figure number D shows the reflected object. Now here our aim is to only reflect the object. Here we perform two additional operations, that is rotation and translation. Therefore we need to undo the effect of this rotation and translation. Therefore step number 4 is apply inverse rotation, which is shown in figure E, that is inverse rotation, and last one is inverse translation. Step number 5, apply inverse translation. These are the number of geometric transformation which are to be performed on the given rectangle to reflect it about the any arbitrarily given line. The number of operations are: first translation, therefore capital T, then rotation, then M that is mirror matrix, it is also called as reflection, then undo the effect of rotation, that is R inverse, and last one is undo the effect of translation transformation, that is T inverse. Therefore CT, that is concatenated transformation matrix or composite transformation matrix, becomes TR into M into R inverse into T inverse, and the final position of point P dash is achieved multiplication of P matrix, that is original position, into translation matrix, into rotation matrix, into reflection matrix, that is mirror matrix, into inverse rotation matrix, into inverse translation matrix. This will give you the reflection of given rectangle about any arbitrarily given line. Thank you very much.